Thank you. So I know I'm not the only one that has suffered from a spirit of entitlement. And normally things that go on within us doesn't come off as entitlement. It disguises itself as something else. Like standing your ground, so to speak. I just want what's mine, what's for me. I just, stuff like that. So, like, give me my respect. Or what if they trying to ruin my reputation? Things, or I'm the mother of that child. It is supposed to be me. That's my child. That's not her child, or that's not his child. That's entitlement. Whether you look at it like that or not, it's entitlement. And I wrote down questions that I'm going to ask you guys, that if you answer 1, 2, 3, half of one, and you can relate to it, then you may have the spirit of entitlement. And Google's definition of entitlement is the fact of having a right to something, the belief that one is inherently deserving of privileges or special treatment. It is an infectious spirit. It's something that can be obtained by other people. They can catch the spirit of entitlement as well. So how do we know whether we have a spirit of entitlement or not? Question number 1. Are you overly critical of others? Do you look down on others? Answer that to yourself out loud. I know when something hits you, when something hits me, I just be like, yeah, okay, that's me. So I don't know in what way y'all are when it hits y'all, but pay attention to the cues of yourself. Second question. Do you use the word deserve a lot? I deserve this. I deserve that. I deserve recognition. I deserve for somebody to tell me that I'm beautiful every day. I deserve for somebody to go out their way and make sure I'm happy. I deserve for somebody to clean the whole house and cook for me. I deserve to be called first because I'm that child's parent. I deserve, right? That was me. Let me just put my hand up with that one. That was me before I realized exactly what it was, before I can make out that it was me having the spirit of entitlement, feeling entitled to things, but it disguised itself. I wasn't able to notice it. But let's continue. Question number 3. Are you focused too much on status or rank? Are you focused too much on status or rank? Do you worry about things that or people that can possibly make you look bad or knock you out the map, knock you off the map? All right. Question number 4. If you are not recognized, praised, or acknowledged immediately after doing something good, do you hear a voice within yourself saying, what about me? Or it isn't fair? Thank you, Spirit. That was a ding. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Do you have a feel? Do you, like, if you do anything, do you ever be like, okay, he didn't notice this. He didn't say nothing about this. Like, dang, I cooked his favorite food. I got his I got his clothes out. I've been showing my stepkids that I am a mother figure. The the audacity. I done cooked, I done cleaned, I done folded the clothes, I done been motivated and encouraging. I mean, I had my own money. He didn't have to do nothing. I went and got my hair done. I mean, I even volunteered at the church and nobody said nothing. You know what? I'm not even appreciated. Bet I don't do this again. If y'all have said anything like that, then you have the spirit of entitlement, where you feel entitled to something. All right. Question number 5. Do you seek special treatment? Do you feel like, why are you treating me like everybody else? Like, I do more for you than them. This person don't even motivate you, let alone know what your favorite food is. I don't even ask you to go through your phone. Somebody falls somewhere in that category, all right? Now, these are certain disguises of having the spirit of entitlement. You may say to yourself, oh, they think they're better than me, which is being overly critical. Oh, they think they are better than me. You know, they trying to make me feel some type of way, or trying to belittle me or something like that. Or they trying to make me feel small. And then you criticize that person because something in that makes you feel entitled, in a sense, if that makes sense. Then you got give me my respect, or I'm standing my ground, which all falls under I deserve. I don't deserve for him to be treating me like this when he know the type of parent I am to my kids. I don't deserve for her to be trying to make it hard for me when it comes to seeing my daughter, or seeing my son, or seeing my kids. Or I don't deserve for this house or this job not to come through with me, because Lord knows his eyes been on my bestest behavior. Okay. What if they trying to ruin my reputation? You know, that falls under status or rank. If you're overly, like, if that's like your main focus, you know. And then you got not appreciated, you know, which stops yourself from being yourself if you're not recognized, or so on and so forth. And then what do you say? I just want somebody to make me feel good or make me feel special, because all you're saying is when people don't acknowledge these things about me, I feel like I did it for nothing, that it went unnoticed. Spirit of entitlement. Do you seek special treatment? I should, or this should happen, like this should go like, it's not supposed to go like that, it's supposed to go like this. Spirit of entitlement. And Naaman in the Bible had a spirit of entitlement. He was one of the frontline soldiers, and his king loved him, like really upped with him for real. You get what I'm saying? But Naaman had an affliction within himself that he needed healing for. And one of the females that he saw and liked and hooked up with and made his wife was like, you need to go see the prophet. She didn't say you need to go see a prophet. She said you need to go see the prophet, right? She was referring to Elijah. And so Naaman had made sure it was straight with his king that he go to Elijah, the man of God, the prophet. His king is like, yeah, he write a letter, whoop-de-whoop. So they give the letter to the other ruler. The other ruler reads it, and he rips his freaking clothes off. He rips his clothes off. He's tripping, and he's like, are you trying to make me feel some type of way? Like, It says, as soon as the king read it, he got mad and thought someone was trying to pick a fight with him. And he tore his robes and said, am I God? Like, you expect me to do this? Am I God? Now you trying me. Now I feel like you trying to make fun of me, or you being funny. That's what the king was like. And then Elijah found out what he did, and he's like, send them to me, right? Send them to me. The king didn't even check his resources. He just got mad off the rip. So boom, Naaman and his people go to Elijah's, but they stand at the door. Okay. So Naaman obeyed him, but under his own prejudices and judgment. He went with his horses, his chariots, his squad. You get what I'm saying? And he stood at the door. He stood there like, you need to have someone come out here and greet me, and then welcome me in the house, because my king back at my stomping ground know I'm the ish, and know I can be called on, and know I'm front line. And so make me feel like that. Treat me like that. Make me feel like I am that. Like, come, like, what's up? Have somebody come out here and get our, get our bags, ask me if we need anything, escort us in the house, or escort us where we gonna go, whatever the case may be, right? So this is what happened. Elijah did not go out there to greet Naaman. Elijah actually sent one of his peoples. He sent one of his messengers to instruct Naaman on what to do. He was telling him to go dip himself 3 times, if I'm not mistaken, into a particular river so that he can be healed. And Naaman was actually going to leave because he felt some type of way. He felt tried because he had the spirit of entitlement. He expected royalty treatment because he was the shit on his stomping ground. He just expected that. So Naaman was actually going to ride away, and it took one of his people to speak sense into him. Verse 13. It took one of his people to speak sense into him. And that's why it's important to have a dope squad. And Naaman actually went ahead and went to the water and dipped himself in it, and he became healed and well instantly. But how many times have you been willing to walk away from something, or to walk away from your healing because of entitlement, because you feel like something is supposed to go a certain way, or you're supposed to get this type of treatment or that type of treatment for your own reasons? That can actually knock you from your miracle. That can actually knock you from your healing. And I know I was guilty of that at one point in time, but let's not be guilty of that anymore. And on part 2 of this video, we're actually going to discuss the consequences of actually giving into the spirit of entitlement. So you guys, just expect things to go how it's supposed to go. You know what I mean? And Naaman was going to get his healing, but it didn't happen in the way he perceived it to be. Ooh. How many things is it going to take for us to get knocked off our pivot, or thank you, Holy Spirit, or miss out on our miracle because it doesn't look how we want it to look, or it's not going the way we envision it going? Go get your miracle. Go get your miracle. You're good. Grab it. Do it right now. Grab it and say, I will get my miracle. I will get what's for me. A lot of miracles are disguised as something you do not expect. What did the Lord tell us? The mind of a man seems right in his own ways. And he also tells us, lean not on our own understanding. Question. Thank you. Question. What are you not seeing clearly? I love you guys. Kill that spirit of entitlement.